जय श्री माताजी। आज के सामूहिक ध्यान सत्र में उपस्थित सभी सहजी भाई बहनों का हार्दिक स्वागत है। ध्यान की शुरुआत कुंडलिनी चढ़ा के बंधन लेते हुए करेंगे। तीन महामंत्र और श्री गणेश मंत्र। श्री माताजी, हमारा आत्म साक्षात्कार दृढ़ कीजिएगा। पूरा चित्त हमारे सहस्त्रार में ही रखेंगे। इसी ध्यान की स्थिति को बरकरार रखते हुए हम अभी श्री माताजी की अमृत वाणी ग्रहण करेंगे।
Told you before also, you have come here to learn something, to go deep into your experiences uh, of the knowledge of your roots. Shri Krishna has said that this is a tree which is upside down. The roots are upwards and the leaves are outwards. In the same way, you know that Kundalini really, when it rises in the Sahasrara or above Sahasrara, then you start getting the feeling of Kundalini. So one has to understand that when we are now getting subtler and subtler and trying to feel the Kundalini, we should try to get out of materialistic attitude and materialistic viewpoint and materialistic sticking point. I had met one guru before because I went to all of them, and I asked one of them, I said, why do you take money, so much money from these people who are Western people? So much, why do you take? And just they become beggars, absolutely like beggars they become, because you charge them so much and so heavily. And he told me that unless and until you make them beggars, they will never take to God. They are too rich to be near God. This explanation I just could not understand. It was absurd. I could not understand how can this explanation have any proper meaning, that you should make people beggars and then they will nearer to God. I said in India we have many beggars. Do you think those beggars are nearer to God? So he said no, otherwise, you see, they get stuck up with their money and must just make them absolutely without any money, moneyless. So, I mean, of course, to such a stupid person, what can you talk and what can you convince that why I couldn't say to him, then why are you taking the money? If you are, then he would have said, because I'm detached. You see, anything one can say like that, if it starts like that, you cannot just stop it. But one has to understand that materialism has gone into our roots. And if you have to clear out our roots, we must get out of materialism. That's important. But that does not in any way mean that you torture your body or anything. I don't mean that. What I'm saying, your attention. Shono, abhi baithe raho. इसकी आदत है that you shouldn't do like that. Always, Natali, you get up with Shonu, it's not good. Always disturb is not good. Sit down now. Even if there are so many children sitting down, please sit down and don't disturb now anymore. Sit down. Shonu, तुम उनके साथ मत बैठो. Come and sit here. Shonu, come here. Better sit with Rahuri. And then she gets that idea. Always sit with Rahuri. The company tangi. You are not here just to enjoy, but you are here for a puja. You understand that? You are a grown-up girl than her. Chalo, tum Rahul accept it. Chalo. Look at all these children, how they are sitting quietly. Will they move out? They don't understand English. But I have seen all our English children, whether it is in Caxton Hall or whether it is in any hall, all of them must go out and make a big noise and play that. There's always, they cannot sit. Now look at these children, how quietly they are sitting. Look at them. What a quality it is. Just quietly they are just feeling the vibrations and enjoy. They don't want to go out. There's no enjoyment outside, it's inside. See them, see the contrast. You must keep your eyes open to see this. You see our children. No, Linda is here, she'll tell you. She has to manage all the children outside the Caxton Hall. They're shouting, screaming. And the Caxton Hall people always tell me that you better not have children for your programs because they make such a lot of noise. It's very common problem for them. They have at least told me 10 times that please don't allow children to come here. But the children will never sit quietly, even for 5 minutes. As soon as 5 minutes will start, they'll say, let's go out and play. They can't sit quietly. Poor Shonu, whenever she goes out, she gets a big dive. She just yields to things just to please. Or Oriole also will get up. Alright, Oriole, you sit separate from her there, separately, you all sit. We have only here 3 children and you'll always see them walking about. And another is Matthews. Where is he? I have to keep eye on them. It's dangerous. So now, when we are dealing with our roots, we have to be in the center, in the core. In the core means we are taking in, sucking in the feeling, or you can say the feeling and awareness put together. What do you say to that in English? Is there any word? Is there any word which makes awareness and feeling put together? Is there coming? Huh?
Experience.
Oh, yeah. Experience, you can say. The experience into your awareness and feeling. You have to get the experience into your awareness and feeling. In Marathi, it's a very simple word, zani. Comes from the word z. J comes from the word spontaneous. Also, J has 2 meanings. J means also dhyana, is awareness, and also it means spontaneous. Zani. So you start sucking that within yourself when you are not entangled into other things. If your attention is entangled outside, you cannot enjoy. So to be lost into, which is samadhi, you see, is the one where your attention is completely drowned into the experience. That is what we have to achieve. So it's not only materialism, also emotionalism, all kinds of isms. We are attacked by all kinds of isms since the history of God started in this world, I think. And now the unholy thing that the ism, the latest is could be Sahajayoga also could be the latest one. Because now there has to be attack on Sahajayoga also. In this one is that, as I told you, I didn't explain it properly or you didn't hear me properly that day, that Sahaja Yoga does not mean lethargy or slowness, not at all, but is a quick and a fast stepping into the dissolution. Very quick. And once you very quickly dissolve into it, the whole movement of your body is quick but not jerky, smooth and quick, rhythmic. It's musical. Neither it is awkward nor lethargic, but it's musical. It has a rhythm about it. It's very gracious. The whole movement of dissolution can happen to you very easily. If you don't allow your attention to be attacked by all these isms. There's no end to it. I mean, if I have to write all of them, I think we'll have to need at least one book to write all the isms of the world. There's no end to it, which we have created. Alright. Then the worst of all is now, I think, Sahajayogaism, in which, first of all, is the feeling of lethargy. It will happen sahaja, sit down, mother will do everything for you. The another is Sahaja egoism, in which we have got one fellow lying there, in which people, Sahajogis, get into tantrums, try to show off that they are great Sahajogis, they have reached the third stage or the seventh stage or whatever they mean. Now it's good. This example is a very good example. I wish you had taken a photo. But see the expression of the Indians, the enamored expressions. You see, it's so genuine. They can't control it. See me. Now, see, it's like I just don't know, but people think it's a package deal sort of a thing. It's so nonsensical, I tell you, that either they have to be taken out all their money, or if they are to be told now for puja, all of them are paying 21 because they have to do all this extra work, so they are charging 21. And if you tell them for puja, they'll even give 50. But I'm told some of you have even refused that. I mean, it's so shameful, I tell you. It's absolutely shameful. Can you imagine? What is 21 rupees to you? To them, it's quite, because it's some sort of a part of you are giving, which is so nonsensical. So just is a feeling. Is a sign of complete negativity. Left nabi is the problem. Materialism is complete materialism. Those who have been, say, doing vegetarianism are materialist in India. We have seen the cases like, you see the Jains and the Marwadis and the Gujaratis. They're all vegetarian, supposed to be very compassionate people. They build some temples also, and sometimes they give to poor people, and sometimes to people like Hare Rama, Hare Krishna who are begging in India. They give money to them. Supposed to be very compassionate people. They are more compassionate to chickens than to human beings. We have that kind. And the same kind I've seen in the West also. Such materialistic people. I mean, they have no shame. So when you just turn and see that, you should abhor that. Abhor it. It's shameful. How could you be like that even in Sahajayoga? So as I've told you, there's some people who are materialistic, some people who are emotionalistic, and some people who are egoistic. Now leave all these things on the sides. Then you come in the center. Now you are in the center. In the center, people enjoy just the love of their mother, like Shri Ganesha does. Just think how your mother loves you. Finished. Can you? This very sweet feeling. And who is your mother? If you really believe in her, in Sahajayoga, these two things should solve the problem. No more things. Just think how much your mother lives. That means you are jumping onto my Kundalini. And when you jump onto my Kundalini, then there is no thought. You cannot think. When you think that how much your mother loves you, you are jumping onto my Kundalini. And that time there is no thought. It's very simple to meditate in Sahajayoga because you have somebody in person. They never had somebody in person. So I can understand their problems. There was nobody in person there to do it in the air. But here, a sure short thing. You can feel your vibrations. You can feel my love. And you can feel your own quality. It's very simple. But it's not the love that is selfish. It's not the love where you say, oh, mother loves me, so she'll look after me, she'll do everything for me, she's going to do everything. Is the love that mother loves me so much, what can I do for her? Which is the best flower I can give to my mother? What does she need? She needs nothing. She doesn't need money. She doesn't need anything. What can I give her? Which is the best flower? Like Sri Hanumana was given a gold necklace by Sitaji. And he saw that. And he was sitting on a tree. He was breaking one by one all of those big gold balls of his necklace. So Sitaji said, what are you doing? He said, I am trying to say in these balls, where is Ram? He said, none of them had. So I am just breaking them to find her. Otherwise, why should I wear it? And then she said, really? Where is Ram? He opened his chest. He said, see, in my chest. He exists there. So it is never one-sided sort of a thing. It's a thing that exists within you and you feel that, and then it has to be reciprocal. In the water, if there is a ripple, it goes to the shores and then it returns. So with this force only, I tell you, you can conquer your ego and superego both. There's no way out. And for these Indians, it's very easy to do because, you see, they know their mother's love. I know there has been an attack on that point and the mothers have been funny there. But does it matter? When you see something, just put yourself to it, to feel your roots. These are your roots. And then you see the enjoyment. The Mother Earth herself is sucking you down. She's sucking you down. That is how you meditate. This is how you have to meditate. And it's such a security giving thing. It will change your expressions, faces, everything. And that enamored expression that you find in these people will be on your faces very soon. And complete silence will exist once you come on my Kundalini. But not through your mental projection, but through your meditative, spontaneous experience. It's very joy giving. Just feel the joy of that. You are all with me here. And the joy of that feeling will really enlarge your hearts, and then you can give it to others. You don't have to be crazy about these things, but just to feel it within yourself. Alright. Now I move on to Indians because they are different style of people. May God bless you. आता तुम्हाला सगळ्यांना पाहून इतका आनंद झाला मला, आणि कधी राहुरीला जाते असं झालं होतं. एकदाचे आम्ही पोचलो आणि ह्या राहुरीच्या या पवित्र परिसरात पूर्वी अनेक कार्य देवीने केलेली आहेत, पण आताचं जे कार्य आहे हे सगळ्यात मंगलमय आणि सुखदायी आहे. कारण राक्षसांना मारायचं वगैरे म्हणजे काही विशेष सुखदायी कार्य नव्हतं, आणि अशा घाणेरड्या लोकांची झुंजत राहण्यापेक्षा कधीतरी असे लोक जे कंबळाच्या सुंदर कळ्यांप्रमाणे कुठेतरी वाट बघत बसले, त्यांची फुलं करण्यात जी मजा येणार आहे किंवा त्यांची फळं करण्यात जी मजा येणार आहे ती कधीतरी लुटावी असं फार वाटत असेल, ते मात्र ह्या जन्मात पूर्ण झालेलं आहे. आणि तुम्हा लोकांचे आनंद बघून फार आनंद वाटला. किती म्हटलं तरी ह्या भारतभूमीच्या पाठीवर ही जी महाराष्ट्राची भूमी आहे ह्याच्यामध्ये सर्व विश्वाची कुंडलिनी आहे, हे मी आपल्याला अनेकदा सांगितले. बरं, त्याच्या शास्त्रात आधार असा की याच्या 3.5 पीठे असे सांगितलेले आहेत. 3.5 पीठ फक्त कुंडलिनीला असतात. तसेच अष्टविनायक हे सुद्धा सर्व महाराष्ट्रात आहेत. ते खरे की खोटे हे तुम्ही पार झाल्याशिवाय जाणू शकत नाही, कारण पार झाल्यावरच तुम्हाला कळेल की त्याच्यात नाही येते की. पण मुसळवाडीला तर साक्षात सहस्त्रारच मुळे, तेव्हा ही किती महान भूमी आहे हे तुमच्या लक्षात येईल. आणि इथे जे चमत्कार घडणार आहेत ते कुठेही असे प्रकारचे घडू शकत नाही, म्हणजे ह्या परिसरात. कारण ही गोष्ट तुम्हाला माहित नसेल की ही फार चमत्कारपूर्ण जागा आहे. मच्छिंद्रनाथ सारख्या माणसाने, म्हणजे जे फार मोठे दत्तात्रयाचे अवतरण होतं, त्यांनी पुष्कळ मेहनत केलेली आहे. त्याच्या आधी या भूमीला शांडिल्य वगैरे अशा मुनींनी पावन केलेलं आहे. तेव्हा ही भूमी अत्यंत पवित्र आहे. इतकी पवित्र की श्रीरामाला आणि सीतेला सुद्धा पायातल्या वाहण्या काढून इथे यावं लागतं. तेव्हा अशा पवित्र भूमीवर तुम्ही बसलेले आहात, म्हणजे अत्यंत भाग्यवान आहात. आणि ते भाग्य विशेषच उजळायला आलंय आज, कारण एक तऱ्हेने थोडीशी सुबत्ता पण आलेली आहे. आणि त्या सुबत्तेमध्ये आता पोटापाण्याची विवंचना एवढी न राहिल्यामुळे परमेश्वरही लोकांना सुचू लागला. म्हणजे हे सुद्धा नशीबच म्हटलं पाहिजे, कारण सुबत्ता आल्याबरोबर सर्व घाणेरड्याच गोष्टी लोकांना सुचतात. चांगल्या गोष्टी सुचणं म्हणजे कठीण काम आहे, म्हणजे अजून तरी देवाला धरून राहिलेले असे बरेच आहेत या भूमीवर. आणि म्हणूनच आपल्याला इतके सहयोगी आजही एवढ्या सुबत्तेत दिसतात आणि ते इतकं मोठं कार्य करून राहिले. पूजेच्या बाबतीत सांगायचं म्हणजे असं की तुम्हाला माहिती आहे की सहयोगामध्ये आम्ही इंग्लंड वगैरेला फार कमी लोकांना पूजेत येऊ देतो. आता ह्याच्यामध्ये 12 देशातले लोक इथे आलेले आहेत. पैकी प्रत्येक देशातनं फार तर 5-6 लोक असतील किंवा काही देशातनं 10-15 असे लोक आहेत. पण ह्याच्यातले फार कमी लोक आम्ही पूजेला येऊ देतो. त्याला कारण असं आहे की परदेशाला आता धर्म काय भावना आहे ती राहिलेली नाही. त्यांच्यावर अनेक हल्ले झालेले आहेत आणि त्यातले असे घाणेरडे हल्ले आहेत की त्या हल्ल्यांमुळे लोकांना धर्म काय किंवा चांगुलपणा काय किंवा पावित्र्य काय त्याची कल्पनाच राहिलेली नाही. आता हिंदुस्थानी मनुष्य किती बिघडला तरी त्याला हे लक्षात राहतं की हे वाईटपणा आहे, हे चांगुलपणा नाही. पण तसं मात्र ह्या लोकांचं नाही. हे किती वाईट मार्गाला गेले तरी म्हणतात त्याच्यात काय चुकलं आमचं, ह्याच्यात काय चुकलं आमचं. म्हणजे धर्माचं जे एक प्रमाण आहे किंवा ज्याला आपण म्हणू एक खुंट आहे ती खुंटच तुटलेली. त्या बेफाम वाटेल तसं वागत असतात आणि ते वागल्यानंतर एवढा म्हणजे नरकात पडल्यानंतर नरकच उभा केला सगळ्यांनी. त्याच्यात मग सहयोगात येणं, मग त्याच्यात पवित्र होणं आणि मग ह्या हवन कुंडात निघणं म्हणजे फारच कमालीची गोष्ट आहे लोकांनी केली. त्याला कारण हे म्हणजे मोठे संत साधू असले पाहिजे. नाहीतर अशा मोठ्या नरकात जो मनुष्य राहिला तो होरपळून जाणार. पण त्याच्यातनं निघून हे वर आलेले. पण तुमचं तसं नाही. तुम्ही अजून सुद्धा पवित्र वातावरणात वाढलेले बाळबोध घराण्यातले संभावित लोक. त्याच्यामुळे तुमचं काही विशेष बिघडलेलं नाही. थोडं बहुत तिकडे तिकडे काय बिघडलं असेल तर सहयोगाला कठीण जाते. पण एकंदर आपण सुचारू रूपाने राहतो आणि आपल्यात फार बाळबोधपणा आहे, त्याचा आपल्याला लाभ आहे. पण ह्यांची जी चिकाटी आहे, ह्यांची जी मेहनत आहे आणि ज्या जोमाने हे सहयोगात लागतात तसं मात्र इकडे दिसत नाही आपल्याला. कारण आपल्याला जे सोप्यात मिळतं त्याची आपल्याला कदर लागत नाही. इथे म्हणजे पार व्हायला तुम्हाला तर दिसेलच खेडेगावात 6-6, 7-7 हजार माणसं पटापट पार होतात. पण तिथे एका माणसावर मला 5-5 महिने लागतात, हात मोडतात माझे. तेव्हा इथल्या लोकांना सहयोगात काय आम्हाला मिळालं हे समजत नाही. एकदा गगनगड महाराज त्यांना भेटायला पुष्कळसे सहयोगी गेले होते. तर गगनगड महाराजांनी त्यांना सांगितलं की मला एकंदर 21,000 वर्ष लागले व्हायब्रेशन्स येण्याला. मी पहिल्यांदा बेडूक होतो तेव्हापासून मला सगळं आठवत आहे आणि बेडकापासून हळूहळू मी मानव झालो तेव्हापासून मी परमेश्वरालाच म्हणत होतो की परमेश्वरा मला कसं तरी करून चैतन्य दे. करता करता मानव झाल्यावर सुद्धा मी फार तपश्चर्या केली, अनेक हजारो वर्ष तपश्चर्या केली. म्हणजे 21,000 वर्ष तुम्ही बघा म्हणजे किती असतात ते. आणि मानव बनून सुद्धा मी म्हणे 12,000 वर्ष तपस्या केली आणि 12,000 वर्षानंतर आता 2 जन्मापूर्वी मला व्हायब्रेशन्स हाताळायला लागले. तेव्हा आता हे 3रा जन्म माझा व्हायब्रेशन्सचा असल्यामुळे याची मला महानता आणि मोठेपणा माहिती आहे. आणि तुम्हाला माताजीने असं फुकटात दिलेलं आहे सगळं. तेव्हा मी त्यांना पुष्कळदा विचारतो की तुम्ही असे कशाला फुकटात सगळ्यांना वाटत चालले, यांना काही अक्कल तरी आहे का, त्यांना काय मिळते. तर माताजी म्हणतात की आमची मर्जी असं समजा तुम्ही. ते आपल्या हसून असं सांगतात पण तशी गोष्ट नाही. वेळ आलेली आहे, देण्याची वेळ आली. देण्याची वेळ आली म्हणजे सर्वांना द्यावंच लागणार. वेळही आलेली आहे, परत परमेश्वरालाही विवंचना पडलेली आहे की जर आता ह्या लोकांना पार नाही केलं तर मात्र सर्वनाश होणार आहे. संबंध जे काही विश्वातली सृष्टी आहे ती माणसावर आधारित आहे. जर माणसाचा सर्वनाश झाला तर परमेश्वराच्या सर्व ह्या सृष्टीचा सर्वनाश होऊन व्यर्थ होईल. म्हणून ही वेळ आलेली आहे आणि ह्या बहारीच्या वेळेत तुम्ही अनेक लोक पार होता. पण तरीसुद्धा ही फार महत्त्वाची गोष्ट आहे आणि ती समजून ठेवली पाहिजे की आम्हाला जर ही विशेष देणगी मिळालेली आहे तर तिचा उपयोग सुद्धा एक विशेष असायला पाहिजे आणि आम्ही सुद्धा एक विशेष झालं पाहिजे. नाहीतर उगीच एवढी मोठी गोष्ट आम्हाला देऊन सुद्धा अगदी व्यर्थ आहे. समजा एखाद्या भिकाऱ्याला आपण जर राज्यपद दिलं आणि तरी सुद्धा तो भिकाऱ्यासारखा भिकच मागत बसला तर त्या राज्यपदाचा काय उपयोग होणार. म्हणून भिकाऱ्याला असं कळलं पाहिजे की जरी त्यावेळेला भिकार येतो तरी आता मी राजा आहे आणि राजा होऊनच बसलेलो आहे आणि माझं राज्यपद मला मिळालं तर त्या मान्यतेने, त्या आढतेने आणि त्या गौरवाने त्या माणसाने बसायला पाहिजे. नाही तर तो राज्य कसं करणार? नाहीतर आपल्याकडचे आजकालचे जे राज्यकर्ते यांची अशी स्थिती झाली होती की होते आधी भिकारी, राज्यपद आले तिसी तिचे हिंडणे राहीना, तशी स्थिती आहे या लोकांची. तेव्हा तसं झालं नाही पाहिजे, कारण सहयोगामध्ये मूळ पद राहत नाही. मूळ स्वभाव जाईन आजची गोष्ट आहे ते जात. त्याच्यातलं जे मुलाग्र तुमचा अगदी बदल होऊन जातो, तुम्ही दुसरे होऊन जाता. आधी सांगितलं होतं मी की अंडरूपाने मनुष्य राहत असतो, म्हणून त्याला मानव असं म्हणतात. म्हणजे पशुपेक्षा बरा आहे. पशु तर पाशात असतो, त्याला पाश असतो परमेश्वराचा, त्या पाशात तो फिरत असतो, त्या पाशातनं निघू शकत नाही, म्हणून त्याला पशु असं म्हणते. तो पाश मात्र सुटलेला असतो, अंडरूपाने असतो आणि स्वतःची कशी प्रगती करून घ्यायची याची त्याला पूर्ण मुभा असते. पण त्या मुभेनंतर मग तो कसा वागतो, कुठे जातो, कशाला आपल्याला बिघडून घेतो, काय आपली स्थिती करून घेतो, हे मात्र त्याच्या अकलेवर आणि सुजाणतेपणावर अवलंबून असतं. पण शेवटी असं म्हणणं आहे की अत्यंत हे सर्व केल्यानंतर त्याला हळूहळू एक तऱ्हेचे शहाणपण येतं, सुजाणता येते, सुबुद्धी येते. आणि ही सुबुद्धी विजडम आल्यावर मात्र तो अशा मार्गाला धरतो जो परमेश्वराचा मार्ग आहे. पण पुष्कळ लोक तसे न धरताना सुद्धा सहयोगात आले आहेत, तरी सुद्धा ते पार झाले. म्हणजे त्यांचं पक्षी रूपामध्ये पुनर्जन्म झाला. आता एका अंड्याचा आणि पक्षाचा आपापसात काही संबंध दिसत नाही बाह्यता, पण ते आज पक्षी रूपाने बाहेर येऊन दुसरं स्वरूप घेते. तेव्हा तुम्ही दुसऱ्या स्वरूपात आल्यावर तुम्हाला जर राज्यपद दिलं तर त्याला काय हरकत? असंच मी महाराजांना म्हटलं की तुम्हाला एवढं काय एवढं वाईट वाटतं या लोकांचं? म्हणे तुमच्यासाठी किती लोक जीव द्यायला तयार होतील. म्हटलं मला कोणाचा जीव घ्यायचा नाहीये, जीव द्यायला कशाला पाहिजे. पण तुम्हाला ज्या स्वरूपात आम्ही आणलेले आहे, आता तुम्ही संत झाले, मोठे संत झाले तुम्ही, म्हणजे आता लोक हातावरती बोटावरती कुंडलिनी उचलतात, ते फक्त गणेशाला साध्य होतं. फक्त गणेशाला साध्य होतं. पूर्वी एकेका चक्रावरती लोक कुंडलिनी उचलून थांबत असत. आज संबंध हाताने अशी नुसते बोटाशी फिरवली म्हणजे एखाद्या काय, पण किती लोकांच्या तुम्ही कुंडलिन्या उचलू शकता. म्हणजे केवढं मोठं गणेशाचं स्थान तुम्हाला दिलेलं आहे. तेव्हा तुम्ही गणेश स्वरूपात आला का? आणि गणेशाचं वैशिष्ट्य फक्त एकच की नितांत आपल्या आईवर भक्ती आणि प्रेम, आणि म्हणूनच सर्व शक्ती त्याला आईने दिलेली. सर्व शक्ती, सर्व शक्ती समन्वित. ही गणेश शक्ती जी आहे याच्यात सर्व शक्त्या, जर तुम्ही गणेशाचा अथर्व शीर्ष म्हटलं तर त्याच्यात सर्व शक्त्या आहेत. ब्रह्मदेवात काही आहेत, विष्णूमध्ये काही आहेत आणि महेशामध्ये काही. पण ह्या सर्व शक्त्यांचं जे काही सार आहे, तत्व आहे, ते गणेशामध्ये. त्याला कारण असं आहे की आई ही जर परमेश्वराची सर्व शक्ती असली, त्या शक्तीचं सार सगळंच त्या तिने आपल्या मुलांना दिलेलं आहे, तर त्या सर्व शक्त्या त्या गणेशामध्ये. तेव्हा आपल्याला आईने गणेश स्वरूप केलेलं आहे, गणेशासारखं जन्माला घातलेलं आहे. आणि आता आमची कुंडलिनी जी त्रिकोणाकार अस्थिबंध निघत होती ते आता पोटात निघायला पाहिजे. जशी गणेशाची कुंडलिनी त्याच्या पोटात आहे, तशी आता त्या त्रिकोणाकार अस्थितनं निघून ती पोटातनं निघायला पाहिजे. तेव्हा मात्र खरे आम्ही संत होऊ. पोटातनं निघाली पाहिजे म्हणजे काय, त्याचा अर्थ असा आहे की जेव्हा कुंडलिनी पोटातनं निघाली म्हणजे आपले जे काही आजपर्यंत आपण जे परमेश्वराला शोधत होतो, आधी आपण ते पैशात शोधत होतो किंवा आपण आधी खाण्यापिण्यात शोधत होतो, मग पैशात शोधू लागलो. हे जे नाभीचक्राची जेवढी कार्य होती पूर्वी, ते आता म्हणजे साक्षात कुंडलिनी स्वयं तिथे बसले. म्हणजे आपल्याला आणखीन कसला शोध नाही, आपण नुसत्या कुंडलिनीवर बसलेलो. ही जेव्हा स्थिती होईल तेव्हा आपण मान्य केलं पाहिजे की आपण खरंच परीक्षेला उतरलो, आपण खरंच संत झालो आणि ह्याच्यावर आता आपल्याला कुठे जायचं. ही गोष्ट मी थोडी इंग्लिशमध्ये सांगते म्हणजे ह्याच्या लक्षात येईल. नाउ आय वॉज टेलिंग दॅम, आय मस्ट ट्रान्सलेट इट टू यू इन इंग्लिश. Is the most important point I was telling, that now you are transformed, now you have become saints, no doubt about it. Now from an egg you have become a bird. But Now what should happen to you? Your Kundalini is still in the sacred. How it has happened that now you have got all the Ganesha Shakti. I have made you like Ganesha. In the same pattern as I had made Ganesha, you are made. Basa 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 basa. Ata now you have become a Ganesha. And from this Ganesha stage, which you think you are a Ganesha, now if I offer you a throne of Sri Ganesha, if you have to sit on that throne as a king, then what should happen? Actually, that now your Kundalini should not be anymore in the sacrum bone, but in your stomach, because Ganesha's Kundalini is in the stomach. In the stomach means in the Nabhi chakra. Means all your seeking has been so far in materialism, has been in other things like in money or in power or in love or whatever it was. But now your Kundalini itself is in the Nabhi chakra. Means your seeking is nothing but itself has become the Kundalini. Your seeking has become the Kundalini. Means that you are the giver. Now you are the Guru. You have now become the Guru. When the Kundalini starts from the Nabhi, that means now you are the Guru. Now you have to give all the blessings, everything as a Guru does. Now you all have become Gurus. But that's only possible when the Kundalini has risen, has lifted her abode from the stomach, from the sacrum to the stomach. At this stage, unless and until it has arrived, you are not a confirmed Guru. Once that has happened, you become a Guru. And then you can really impress people and work it out. It has to be done very fast. It has to work out very fast. And for that, first of all, please get rid of your entanglements, which are stupid. If you really believe that you have to progress in your seeking, that you have to have your Kundalini coming up from your Nabhi, then please hurry up. Please try to work out. Otherwise, you are very few who have been given also the privilege of doing my puja. Very few. And those who have been given have a chance to develop to that stage. And once you become that, all of you who have achieved that state can become the Gurus. And for that, you have to have only wisdom. Wisdom. Keep to your wisdom. And like Sri Ganesha has his wisdom, and in that wisdom, he knew one thing, that his mother was all powerful, and that he doesn't have to worship anybody else but his mother. And he has to have all the powers which are granted by her. With his powers, no one, even Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesha does not have. They cannot reach Ganesha. They cannot reach his state because they have one-sided. But Sri Ganesha has all the powers, all the Chaitanya powers he has got. So to become like that, to be like that, he should be your ideal. How he behaved and how he would sacrifice anything for the sake of mother. Here there are people who don't even want to pay for something like a puja and wretched stuff, which you may just spend away somewhere in a nonsensical thing. Because your attention has to be brought round completely. It has to be completely severed from all these nonsensical entanglements. And there should be less talking and more experiencing. Then only it's going to work out. It's a good pleasure and a great thing to be here in this holy land. It's a very holy place, you can see. It's so peaceful. Try to feel the peace within yourself. That is within every human being. And after that, you have to know that this peace that you are achieving has to be given to others. In Sahajayoga, perhaps you have realized that whatever you have got from the nature, can release it back. For example, if you give vibrations to a plant, you can make it grow. If you give vibrations to a flower, you can make it sustain its life. For the first time, you are giving something to the nature. But as soon as you grow up to that state of a guru, then you can give the peace that is in the nature. You can give the feeling of bliss that is in the nature. But first, achieve it within yourself. Make this go inside you and see that bliss settle down within you. You don't see other nonsensical things which are very disturbing sometimes to a Western mind. For example, if a telephone is not working, or the road is not all right, if the bathroom is not, this nonsensical things has no meaning. But feel the peace outside. Try to establish that peace within, because this peace you have to give to others. The whole development plan that I have is very fast, and I'm sure you'll keep pace with me. So may God bless you. When you sit down, just feel the peace and try to achieve that peace within yourself. Don't pay attention to nonsensical things and this with this your little brain. Try to criticize. But try to achieve the peace within yourself so that you can give peace to others. It's not proper that some of you are looking after the negative people all the time. It's not proper. You don't have to look after the negative people. Just leave them alone. Keep out of them, because negative people can always bring you down. Don't try to improve the conditions of the negative. Leave them behind. You go fast. Once you have achieved that state, then we can arrange for them to come. For example, if my car has failed, alright, I got into another car, which was alright because I have to come to the program. Then I can send a tempo from here to get that another car, where there were some people who were not supposed to be at the program. That's how you have to be quick and not bother your heads too much about the negative people, who are sick people, trying to be compassionate. There's no need. Tell them, tell mother. Let you talk to mother, look after yourselves, and don't be bothered about that. This is another nonsensical idea of compassion we have got. Compassion is not mental projection, I've told you. A compassion that works, that flows. It's all mental. You see, for us, compassion is mental. Every idea, peace is mental, bliss is mental, God is mental. Everything is mental for us. He's not. He's the one that resides in the heart as spirit. He's the one who works through. The compassion, and now you know my compassion is that it flows, it works, it acts. It's not mental. So don't try to be mentally concerned with people and try to be compassionate. Alright? I hope you understand that the compassion is not a mental idea, that we are compassionate, we are working for the unity of the world and all that. Even unity and all those ideas, even the idea of collective understanding is in the heart. It should work. In Sanskrit, this is karyanvit. In English, there's no word. Karyanvit is embodied with the working capacity. Embodied with the working out capacity. Working out capacity, you can translate like that. It should work. If it does not work out, then what's the use of looking after somebody who is sick, alright, come along, who is this? This is nonsense. This is very mental. Just don't waste your energy. You have not come here to look after the sick. I hope you understand. This idea of looking after the sick and being very, is all ego-oriented. You see, we are trying to help the sick, we are trying to help this, that, all ego-oriented. Another super ego-oriented is that we are sacrificing this and that, and we are becoming beggars in India, like the Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, beggars, parasites. Both are just the same. Now, please don't do all these things and try to keep yourself glued to one idea that you have to ascend faster. You have to individually ascend faster and collectively pull out everyone. But not those who are heavily laden with problems and who are creating problems and objecting your progress. That doesn't mean that you are not compassionate. You know how much compassionate I am. But my compassionate doesn't make stories, I am so compassionate and I am this and that. Up to a point is alright, but don't so too much bother about people who are dragging you behind. You have come here for a training into the understanding and the of awareness, which is compassion. You all have to. Even when you go to the school, you are not bothered about a person who is lacking in the class, do you? You want to study fast so that you come up well. In the same way, I would request you not to bother your heads too much about people who are trying to pull you down, because I don't want you to be pulled down. That's my compassion for them and for you. Let me look after them, and you just don't worry your heads about them. They'll be all right. So may God bless you. Let's have a puja today. And this puja will be simple today. I think we'll have Ganesha's puja, and then we'll have Devi's puja today. And then we'll have a good Havana, because it's a good place for Havana.
अब हम निःशब्द ध्यान में रहते हैं। दोनों हाथ जोड़ के श्री माताजी के प्रति आभार व्यक्त करते हैं और प्रार्थनाएं अर्पित करते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, आज का सामूहिक ध्यान हम आपके श्री चरणों में समर्पित करते हैं। आज के ध्यान में आपने हमें निरानंद प्रदान कर हमें चैतन्य से आशीर्वादित किया, इसलिए हम आपके हृदय से ऋणी हैं। संपूर्ण विश्व में विश्व निर्मल धर्म प्रस्थापित करने हेतु कृपा कर हमें सहयोग प्रचार प्रसार का शुद्ध एवं प्रभावी माध्यम बनाइएगा माँ। हमारी सभी प्रार्थनाओं का स्वीकार कर हमें आशीर्वादित करने की कृपा करना माँ। जय श्री माता जी। सामूहिक बंधन लेते हैं। आज का ध्यान केंद्र संपन्न होता है। जय श्री माता जी।